Good day, everyone. For this day, we're gonna talk about Chapter 7, Selling the Visual, by yours truly, Jan X Gus. So, the part or the section of Chapter 7 that we're gonna talk about is this one, the everyday as commodity. But first, let us discuss what this commodity means. According to Merriam-Webster, commodity is an economic good or something useful or valued. So, in Bisaya, kung atong Bisayaon, commodity mo nito mga bagay na ginapalit nato gamit ang atong kwarta to aid our wants and needs. So, example of this commodity are foods, clothes, anything na mapalit na to gamit ang kwarta, that is a commodity. But those examples are just a simple or a small scope of what this commodity means. Because on this chapter, we're gonna talk a more complex commodity because we're talking commodity as an everyday basis. So, these are the commodity na atong ginabaligya sa lain, pero wala ta kabalo na ginabaligya din nato. So, we are unaware of it na ginabuhat din nato sila matag adlaw. So, we are going to dig deep of what this complex commodity means. On this chapter 7, the first thing that we notice is this question. How does the vision of this film and the visual regime of capitalism in general translate into and inform everyday practices? So, the film that this question talked about is this one. Las Siete des Enfants Perdus, or in English, The City of Lost Children. The summary of this film is this one. You can read it, but the main character on this film is Crank, who has lost his capacity for dreaming, and to aid this loss, he steals dream from other children. So that is the main discourse on this film. And chapter 7 gives us simple examples or general examples, and these are the following. Number 1, burgeoning trade in body parts. So burgeoning means growing, expanding, or developing rapidly. It is true on present days, trading of body parts is on its peak. Why? For this example, eyes, kidney, and heart. We know na may mga tao na naisakit sa mata, sa bato, ug sa heart. And for the means na mapataas na ang kinabuhi sa isa ka tao, gamiton niya ang kwarta to buy this one. So, in present days, there is a trade in body parts. Second example is this one, exchangeability of babies and children. It is true. On other countries, or even here in the Philippines, there are some mothers who sell their children to other person in exchange of money. And I don't know what kind of reason they will give us, pero I think that's an ethical thing to do na that you're gonna sell your own baby. And a realistic example of this is this one. A story was reported recently on a couple in Russia who were alleged to be raising their orphaned grandson in order to sell off his body parts. Apparently, the couple had already reached an agreement with different buyers over prices for his eyes, kidneys, and liver. At the appropriate time, the child was to have been carefully slaughtered, dismembered, and delivered piece by piece to clients. What a horrific lola o lolo ni siya. Kay nabuhat niya sa ilahang grandson. Even though their grandson is an orphan or ilalang giampon, dili gapon siya justifiable na buhaton siya. And another realistic example is this one. There was a report of a woman in the United Kingdom who was legally deprived of her child after she entered into an agreement to sell it to one couple, and then reneged and sold the child to another couple who had offered a higher price. What kind of mother she is that makaya niya na ibaligya ang yang anak to another couple? Okay lang ta kung isa lang yung couple yung option. But on this situation, napadjulain couple, and then ang iyang gibasihan sa pagbaligya is because of the higher price. And this person, John Fro, this one, he refers to similar reports of incidents and trends, saying that this does not deny the reality of the traffic in human organs or the bodies or the increased colonization of the bodies of the poor by the rich. So, at the present time, we have this called human trafficking. But John Fro also referred na naanapod or nag-exist na pod ang human organ trafficking. It is happening, and everyone must be aware na din siya na commodity, na din siya na kind of commoditization. So it happened now everywhere in the globe. And on 1993 BBC documentary The Body Parts Business, this is the report or their documentary. Pedro Reggie, a patient in the Montes de Oca psychiatry clinic outside Buenos Aires, whose cornea were dug out with coffee spoons and who was then thrown into a sewer and left to die. Second example is the documentary identifies a number of other cases of organized theft of organs from living people. 800 children are said to have been kidnapped in 1992 in Tegucigalpa or Honduras, many of them for sale of their body parts. And another point of this 1993 BBC documentary is this one. Evidence is presented of the organized kidnapping of people in Moscow for their organs, which are sold to the West at vast profit. In the name of money, mabuhat nato ang tanan-tanan. So, we cannot say kung how powerful ang money can be because even selling our co-human, our co-species, makaya na nato ma-sell atong co-species just for the sake of gaining money. Selling of human tissue is illegal in Russia. The investigators found a company which in 1 year extracted 700 organs, including kidneys, hearts, and lungs, over 1,400 liver sections, 18,000 thymus glands, 2,000 eyes, and more than 3,000 pairs of testicles. Another company offered to sell 600 kidneys at 20,000 each. Wow, that's a lot of testicle, 3,000 pairs. So, 3,000 pairs of testicle, that's a total of 6,000 individually. On the next slide, we're gonna talk about what this commoditization means. A more evident example of this issue can be found in the ways in which subjects are involved or tied into the process of what Arjun Appadurai calls commoditization. So this is Arjun Appadurai, and according to him, commoditization refers to the situation where a thing or person is viewed predominantly in terms of its or their exchange value. So, human is included on this kind of business because it refers to the situation where a thing or person is viewed of their exchange value. So, if you are valuable, then you can be exchanged. Then you can be bought and you can be sold at a higher price and at a higher rate. Another term is this one, self-commoditization. It means simply an extension of the logic of self-surveillance, or where subjects had previously directed normalizing eyes onto themselves, and what the eyes have to consider now. Before, this is the question, am I normal or healthy? Molo dyan pangutana sa una. Kaya kung normal ka, you will be included on the lineup. But, if you are not normal, you will be cast out. Because, dili man ka normal, silang pananaw, you are different. And, being, kung lahi ka, ibig sabihin, you are not as equal as them. Because, lahi man ka. So, dili ka pareha sila. And, this one, healthy. Kung dili ka healthy sa una, you will be cast out. Because, they think na you are not capable of doing this kind of work. And, to be done this kind of work kung dili ka healthy. And for now, nadagdagan na ni siya ng mga question. Like for this one, am I desirable? Or in Bisaya term, or in Bisayon pa nato, lamiun ba ko? Pumunta na tag sa amin, wapo ba ko ani? Diba mo man gabuhat na to? Pumunta na tag sa amin, we're gonna ask ourselves in the mirror, do I look pretty? Do I look handsome? Or lamiun ba ko? Ani, kung magsuot ko ani? So that is another consideration na ginabuhat na to karon on this present days. Next one is this. Do I look wealthy? That is true. Because nailain magsanina ka naging, diba? Even though they are not wealthy or they are not part of the rich community, pag magsuot sila, wow! Uwas dato bay. Puti na gani, dato pa dyan, wow! Mo po na gina-consider na to everyday kung ang sanin na to is bagay para sa community o accepted sa community. Eh kung magsuot kag pinapulubi, they will treat you as a pulubi one. But kung magsuot kag pinadato, they will treat you as like you are one of the rich. And the last one is this. Am I fashionable? Next. Indeed, looking normal might even constitute a negative in certain fields and milieu. capital would occur only if the person looked strange, odd, quirky, or unusual. It is true in present days, especially a great example of this one is on showbiz business. Kung lahi ka, kung artista ka, and then you look like others, kung unsang image sa lain mo po image nimo, you will not stand out, and for that reason dili kay kamo boom sa showbiz business. But if you look different or lahi kag aura kung i-compare sa lain, the respect that they will give you is different from them. Great example of this are the following. First one is Billie Eilish. Diba? She looks strange. Look at that. Kung ingana mo tanaw sa imuha ang babae, wow, kasi nasa utok niya, natanawan ko niya ingana. And sometimes, ang ihapong mga color sa book, inalandes ito nga, color green lang, like that. So, you will stand out talaga kung magpile ang tanan mga artist, and then sila tanan kay normal lang, black hair, nice and neat dresses. Muli po na sa tanan niya, siya kay lahi siya kay dako yung ginasuot na jacket, and then lahi po yung color sa buki nara sa tunga, so mag-stand out yun dyan. So it saya maabot ang dako na attention. Next example is this one, the EXO or all boy group of Korea. Kay ang mga lalaki sila is different from other because ang mga lalaki sila mag-makeup. And before, it is not acceptable pag ang lalaki mag-makeup because makeup is for girls. But when they come in on the showbiz or on the social platform, they open other doors na ang lalaki po di ay pwede mag-makeup, but on man ways. Kanang mag-makeup ko dili para may mong babae, kundi para magwapo pa sa inyong pananaw. And another example is this one, Katy Perry. We know Katy Perry dresses colorful, kanang magsuot siya mga sanina na colorful kaayo, and that makes her to stand out in the crowd. Next example is this one, the Blackpink in your area. So, this Blackpink or all the girl group of Korea, they are different if i-compare na to sa mga babae sa lain lugar, even here in the Philippines. They just have that kind of charismatic or charisma na they look innocent but not like that. Kanaging innocente ka pero dili innocente look pero dili. They have that kind of personality or that kind of characteristic na I am innocent pero pwede po ko na dili mahimong inosente. And another example or the last example is the king of pop, Michael Jackson. He is, or in my own opinion, siya ang isa sa mga tao na well accepted even though full of plastic surgeries ang iyang now. Diba? Accepted gyapon siya sa tanang tao and well praised sa lain and gina-idolize pa siya sa lain. Bisan pag kanang almost tananan niya nung kay iyan nang giparito kay like his nose, his mouth, his chin here. And to know it more deeply, nagready kog duha ka picture or a kind of test para i-compare nato silang duha. So first picture is this one. This photo is a kind of commoditization in which you are free or walay nagkuman sa imuha. Kanang mo ni siyang ginaingon na self-surveillance or kanaging you are selling yourself to other person pero wala ka nag-expect og something in back, something kanang mabalik sa imuha. Kay para saan they are free to wear what kind of clothes they want, and free sila kung unsa na accessories ang ibutang sila mga liog, and the last one is they are free to make their emotions kung unsa ilang gusto na emotion na i-depict or ipakita. So like this one, they are not smiling because kanang pansinin niyo nga nagmura kanig ang ilang look kay kanang yeah, may punk kanaging cool ko. Like for this one, ang babae kay na siya earrings din, I don't know kung earrings ba ang tawag ana, pero kanang mura kanig yeah, maku. So ang smile niya kay kanang dapat pinacool po niya ang smile kanang smile like that. So this kind of commodity is a free or ginabuhat nato siya na siya everyday, especially kung mag-selfie ta. Kung mag-selfie ta, di ba, mag-smile man dyan ta. So that is the first kind of commodity or commoditization na ginabuhat nato. We are free to do what we want. Wala ta nagapa-impress sa lain para maganahan nila. And we are just impressing ourselves. That is the first thing. You should love yourself first. And the next photo is this one. This is a poster. And, di ba kung sa poster, dapat sundon man dyan mo kung unsang ginaingon sa director. Like for example, on the commercial, if you are said na, you should smile, you should smile. Kung baligya kag toothpaste, dapat you should smile. Pakita nimo kung unsa kagwapo ang ngipon. That is the second example of commoditization. You are selling yourself unto others para maganahan sila. Like for example, kung ako Colgate, kung ako endorser sa Colgate, para maganahan ang laing tao sa ko, dapat gwapo kong ngipon. And then, kung gwapo kong ngipon, ipakita na ko sila ha. And then, I will convince them na, uy, Colgate ko daw nga ko ang gigamit na toothpaste, ani, bantog ingani ko mo smile karon. So, that is one kind of commoditization ginagamit nato. And, bisan pag mangatik ta, sa ngalan na pagkakwarta ta, baton dyan nato. So, that is the other side of commoditization. And that's it. Thank you for listening, and I hope na namoy natunan bisag gamay lang. Kibisan ako kanang naglisod ko express and lisod siya sabton. It is a more deep kind of talk. So I hope that you like it, and thank you for watching.